Hey, boxing fans, see it for yourself. Ennis just put like a post 19 hours ago on his own page on the Instagram. The post goes, as you can see, it says, I see the rumors on the social media just like you all did. As far as the fight with me and Virgil, I was unaware that the alleged negotiation was being made on my end from here on out. If it did not come from me and me only, don't believe it. And I will address if I am staying at 147 or moving up to 54 at a later date. Let's see how it goes. You know what I mean? The fans need this fight. I think it's a great fight. I think Gerald Ennis needs to take things on his own hand and just say, you know what I mean? I know Eddie Han is the promoter, but sometimes you gotta say to your promoter, I want this fight. I want to do this fight. So if you're ready to do this fight, definitely it will happen. Nobody can stop it. You know what I mean? So I think he just have to do something and make this fight happen. I think it's a great matchup. You know what I mean? What Eddie has to say.
From Cigar Talk. I know in the ring questions you said immediately that you were thinking about going to 154. You weren't sure about the pop. Can you talk about that a little more? Was it just the punching power? Was it you making weight? Can you talk about just the idea of moving to 54?
I about to say I felt good, but yeah, like I said, I'm getting older now. I'm 27, I'll be 28 next year, so I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna talk to the team and see what we're gonna do. I about to say I made weight easy. I was comfortable, but we'll see.
Hey, Jerron, during the fight, it seemed like the referee was letting a little more things go tonight. Did you feel like there was too much holding going on? And Eddie, this is a question from one of my colleagues in Atlantic City. Do you see a potential of bringing a matchroom card to Atlantic City?
Yeah, I about to say after I dropped him, I feel like he was holding ever since then. That's on me though. I got take a half a step back and start ripping them shots and using more angles, just listening a little more. My dad was saying everything right, and I just wasn't doing it.
Yeah, for me, Atlantic City, obviously, a historic.
Against a fighter that no one was calling for him to fight other than the IBF. Compare that against what you'd expect Mario Barrios or another titleist in this division to do against that level of opponent. I mean, that does speak to his star power in the city, does it not?
Yeah, I mean, last time was obviously the return of big-time boxing in Philadelphia, and tonight, like you said, we put a great card together. It was a great atmosphere. We know that the unifications do great numbers here in the city, but at the same time, we've got to look at the options around. I mean, there's only two options: a unification or a big fight at 154. That's it.
What's more reasonable, do you think, Norman Jr. or Mario Barrios?
I think, look, we've got Stanionis is in a mandatory against Gearsov, our guy. PBC have already messaged me saying, look, could we step aside Gearsov and go straight into Stanionis? They're going to look at that performance and fancy their chances. Oscar De La Hoya's been tweeting, we're ready, Virgil Ortiz against Boots. I like that. But what they don't understand is when Boots is fighting those guys, it's all about trying to make it entertaining. The first fight was a stinker. I actually thought that was a good fight tonight. And by the way, I also think that guy beats most 147-pounders. I think he's a good fighter. But Boots is just trying to make it exciting, trying to get him out of there. He doesn't really have a lot of regard for what's coming back. He's getting hit too much because he's kind of not really even motivated. And against Barrios, against Stanionis, against Norman, it's going to be different. And against Ortiz, it's going to be different. And the performance has got to be different. Because he knows, and Bozy knows, that performance might not be good enough to beat one of those guys. But it will be a different performance from Boots against one of those guys. Don't worry about that. But now we've got a really big decision to make. I never like giving up world titles. But sometimes the time is right. And, we may get a substantial offer to fight Virgil Ortiz in Saudi Arabia. And then, from there, it's on Giron and Bozy. That's it. And he'll get my advice, but these are the guys that will make the decision. But for me, I think it's only unification or Ortiz. That's it.
Hey, as you can hear from the horse's mouth, Eddie Han said it. He said either going to be unification at 147 or moving up to 154 for Ortiz fight. So what is General Ennis waiting for? I believe if Ennis want to make the fight, he can just do it. If fighters want to make the fight, they can just make the fight because I think it's a good fight. Everybody want to watch this fight. Let's go. Get on Ennis, no ducking. It looks like Ortiz is ready. And if you're ready, let's make it happen. You know what I mean? I'm out. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you.